What's going on, everybody? Brian here from Brian's Broadcast. I hope all of you are doing fantastic. Today I'm going to do a full review of Desora Fragrance's Midnight Gold. In my first impression and unboxing video, I did mention that I have never smelled a fragrance like this. It's a beautiful fragrance, to be honest, but over the couple of days that I wore this fragrance, kind of got me thinking, where did I smell this DNA? Now, of course, in my collection, I have a ton of other fragrances, but I was kind of thinking which other fragrance in my collection has this kind of a DNA? And then I remembered. It was none other than Barara Viking Dubai. Now, if you will notice, both the packaging, they kind of look like the same. In fact, the Barara Viking Dubai, this one is a bigger box. It's more, luxury-wise, both are beautifully done. But Desora Viking Dubai, like the name is always on the side, and Midnight Gold, they are very similar. And it kind of made me feel that, oh God, is it like a redundant blind buy? Well, almost, but I would say each one has its own characteristic, and in this review, I'm going to tell you exactly that. Now, let me quickly tell you the notes of Midnight Gold before I proceed. So on the top, you have bergamot, grapefruit, pink pepper. On the mids, you've got ginger, physalis, patchouli. On the base, you've got amber, vetiver, and musk. Now, in my unboxing and first impression video, I was not aware of what physalis is. I did a little read up, and it made complete sense. Now, Desora Midnight Gold, the name might be misleading. One might think like, oh, it's a black bottle, it says Midnight Gold, it could be something dark, resinous, smoky. It's not. It's very citrusy, very refreshing, very invigorating. And if you will know, a lot of people did comment on my full review of this one, mentioning Viking Dubai. Barara Viking Dubai is a clone of Bulgari Tiger. Now, personally, I'm not going to go into any kind of comparison because, first off, I do not own Viking. I do not own Bulgari Tiger. And number two, never smelled it. And number three, on my channel, I did not do any direct comparison. Let's just talk about what we have in our hands. So, Desora Midnight Gold smells beautiful. It has this wonderful, invigorating citruses drying down into something that has like a fruity, tad bit sweet sour kind of vibe combo, and that effervescent ginger and the warmth from pink pepper. It's a beautiful feeling. Has this really nice cotton candy like vibe to it, almost like a Baccarat Rouge kind of vibe, but again, it's not like a one-to-one clone. It kind of goes in that direction, like the sweetness part of it. The citruses over here smells very natural, and it's very soothing. It's smoother. On the other hand, if you're talking about Barara Viking Dubai, this one is like a monster. So if you're thinking of buying either one, you're totally cool with that. But if you're looking for that super amp kind of performance, you better go with this one. This one costs less. On Joma Shop, I think I got it for $65 or $61 for a 100ml bottle. And look at this presentation with all that swag. This one goes on for, I think when I got it, it was around $90, 85 or 90 bucks. But this one has more oomph, better longevity, and this one is like super strong. Again, Midnight Gold from Desora, this is not weak at all. This is like more toned down. It's a more refined experience. It's more office safe, I must say. If you want to do overspray, you should go with this one. But if you are planning to overspray or not, this one will still kill it. This one's a monster performer. This one lasts way more longer than this one. Let's talk about Midnight Gold now. Midnight Gold, it dries down into this beautiful ambery sweet kind of cotton candy kind of vibe, which is beautiful in my opinion. It's a wonderful fragrance. Again, I don't care if they're cloning something. I'm just saying that this fragrance is a beautiful creation. Whatever it's cloning, or it smells like something else, but it has this wonderful mouth-watering juicy citruses. Like the sweetness feels very natural, does not feel synthetic. It's very pleasant. Like it just has this pushing power. It does not overwhelm, whereas this one could be overwhelming. This is like very, very potent. This one being an eau de parfum, again, it has this long-lasting character. So on an average, what I noticed, like on very hot and humid days, I did notice that Desora Midnight Gold will last you around 8 to 10 hours easy, after which it sticks much more closer to the skin. And it keeps on wafting though, like it just lasts. Like totally keeps on going and going. This fragrance, when it dries down, the patchouli, as mentioned, it's on the mids, but the patchouli comes through towards all the way in the back, like all the way in the dry down. That's where you get that musk and patchouli mixture. And the patchouli over here, it's almost like a sweet kind of patchouli, not super earthy, danky one. It has this mild darkness to it, has this characteristic kind of like a tad bit like a bitterness, but the sweetness, the wonderful sweetness from the fruity and sweet amber and vetiver, it kind of just mixes and makes things smell so much smoother and better. That was my experience and honest take on Desora Midnight Gold. It's a beautiful fragrance. If you don't care about like the fact that it's cloning something or not, again, it does not say it's cloning, but again, I'm just assuming because people said this was a clone of Bulgari Tiger. So, you know, these two smell almost identical, but there are slight differences. There are definitely differences, but the DNA is very solid. It's a proven DNA. It's a mass-pleasing thing. Definitely compliment getter. Lasts a long time, much more office safe with this one as opposed to this one. But again, if you want to go for better performance, like as in like beast mode projection, this is something that projects way harder as opposed to this one. This one is more like on the refined side of things. And look at this wonderful bottle. It's a totally opaque bottle. It's not like mild paint or tint. It's a black bottle. You do not see through it. And the cap, it's a magnetic cap. It's a the cap is metal. Solid presentation. And just look at this beautiful box too. It opens like a book. Very nicely done, I must say. So for 90 bucks, I say this is like a must have in your collection if you like wonderful citrusy fruity fragrances. And again, this is very much unisex. Anybody can use it. Great performance, great longevity, has this wonderful sillage as you walk around, has great projection too for the first hour. It's a bit loud. It's not super uber loud, but this is very much safe to be worn in the office. Very nicely done. Again, this is not a sponsored content. Guys, make sure you are subscribed. Desora Fragrances Midnight Gold. This is a wonderful creation. Let me know in the comments if you have ever used something from Desora. What's your experience? What's your opinion about this one? Any other fragrance I should look out for? Do let me know in the comments. Until the next one, please take care, stay safe, and all the best.